HESI A2 Body Systems Review. Question 1. Which option identifies the hormone most directly associated with regulating the reproductive cycle and this function supports female reproductive development and growth of the uterine lining? Option A, cortisol. Option B, the adrenocorticotropic hormone. Option C, estrogen. Option D, insulin. The correct answer is option C, estrogen. This hormone participates in regulating the reproductive cycle. It supports female reproductive development and growth of the uterine lining, and it is produced mainly by ovarian follicles before ovulation. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 2. A physiology item gives 2 clues. It secretes fluid that moistens food and begins carbohydrate digestion, and it includes parotid, submandibular, and sublingual pairs. Which option identifies the digestive structure? Option A, sigmoid colon. Option B, salivary gland. Option C, jejunum. Option D, rectum. The correct answer is option B, salivary gland. The role tested here involves preparing a bolus. This digestive structure secretes fluid that moistens food and begins carbohydrate digestion. It can also be identified because it includes parotid, submandibular, and sublingual pairs. Question 3. A physiology item gives 2 clues. It detects stretch caused by arterial pressure, and it is concentrated in the carotid sinus and aortic arch. Which option identifies the receptor? Option A, limbic system. Option B, mucous membrane. Option C, baroreceptor. Option D, olfactory receptor. The correct answer is option C, baroreceptor. The role tested here involves supporting rapid blood-pressure reflexes. This receptor detects stretch caused by arterial pressure. It can also be identified because it is concentrated in the carotid sinus and aortic arch. Stressed about your HESI A2? We can take HESI A2 for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 4. Which option identifies the cardiac process whose key function describes a phase of cardiac contraction? Option A, systole. Option B, afterload. Option C, second heart sound. Option D, visovolumetric relaxation. The correct answer is option A, systole. This cardiac process describes a phase of cardiac contraction. It is associated with pressure development and ejection in the ventricles. These linked features explain the role in organizing the cardiac cycle. Question 5. Which option identifies the cell most important for beginning protein digestion because it secretes an inactive protein-digesting enzyme precursor? Option A, cytotoxic T cell. Option B, chief cell. Option C, plasma cell. Option D, mucus cell of stomach. The correct answer is option B, chief cell. A key clue is that this cell is located in gastric glands. It also secretes an inactive protein-digesting enzyme precursor. That combination is central to beginning protein digestion. Question 6. A physiology item gives 2 clues. It makes the uterine lining glandular and nutrient-rich, and it is driven mainly by progesterone after ovulation. Which option identifies the process? Option A, fertilization. Option B, medullary respiratory center. Option C, secretory phase. Option D, micturition reflex. The correct answer is option C, secretory phase. The role tested here involves preparing for implantation. This process makes the uterine lining glandular and nutrient-rich. It can also be identified because it is driven mainly by progesterone after ovulation. Question 7. A student is reviewing a concept involved in supporting wrist and forearm movement. Which option identifies the bone with this function, forms the lateral forearm bone in anatomical position? Option A, radius. Option B, clavicle. Option C, tibia. Option D, ilium. The correct answer is option A, radius. The role tested here involves supporting wrist and forearm movement. This bone forms the lateral forearm bone in anatomical position. It can also be identified because it rotates around the ulna during pronation and supination. Question 8. Which option identifies the bones that form the framework of the palm? Option A, metacarpals. Option B, maxilla. Option C, talus. Option D, ethmoid bone. The correct answer is option A, metacarpals. These bones form the framework of the palm. They lie between the wrist bones and finger bones. These linked features explain the role in supporting hand function. Are you looking for HESI A2 actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access HESI A2 study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get HESI A2 answer key today. Question 9. A learner connects the clues, forms the heel and provides leverage for calf muscles and is the largest tarsal bone. Which option best matches both clues? Option A, ilium. Option B, cervical vertebra. Option C, false rib. Option D, calcaneus. The correct answer is option D, calcaneus. The function described is that this bone forms the heel and provides leverage for calf muscles. A second identifying feature is that it is the largest tarsal bone. Together, the two clues explain the role in supporting walking and jumping. Question 10. Which option identifies the cardiac process most directly associated with influencing cardiac work, and this function represents the resistance a ventricle must overcome to eject blood? Option A, afterload. Option B, preload. Option C, systole. Option D, cardiac output. The correct answer is option A, afterload. This cardiac process participates in influencing cardiac work. It represents the resistance a ventricle must overcome to eject blood, and it is influenced by arterial pressure. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 11. Impairment of which immune component or process would most directly prevent the following function? Exposes the immune system to a safe form or component of an antigen? Option A, opsonization. Option B, vaccination. Option C, clonal selection. Option D, adaptive immunity. The correct answer is option B, vaccination. A key clue is that this immune component or process promotes memory without requiring the full disease. It also exposes the immune system to a safe form or component of an antigen. That combination is central to creating active acquired protection. Question 12. Impairment of which valve would most directly prevent the following function? Regulates movement from the small intestine into the large intestine? Option A, synapse. Option B, tarsals. Option C, nervous tissue. Option D, ileocecal valve. The correct answer is option D, ileocecal valve. A key clue is that this valve helps limit backward flow from the colon. It also regulates movement from the small intestine into the large intestine. That combination is central to controlling intestinal transit. Question 13. Impairment of which hormone would most directly prevent the following function? Supports development of certain immune lymphocytes? Option A, follicle-stimulating hormone. Option B, cholecystokinin. Option C, thymosin. Option D, calcitonin. The correct answer is option C, thymosin. A key clue is that this hormone is produced by the thymus and is most influential early in life. It also supports development of certain immune lymphocytes. That combination is central to linking endocrine and immune function. Question 14. Which option identifies the process whose key function is, moves water and small solutes from blood into the nephron? Option A, osmosis. Option B, glomerular filtration. Option C, renal bicarbonate reabsorption. Option D, vitamin B12 absorption. The correct answer is option B, glomerular filtration. This process moves water and small solutes from blood into the nephron. It is driven mainly by capillary hydrostatic pressure. These linked features explain the role in beginning urine formation. Question 15. A learner connects the clues, occurs with dietary lipids and bile salts and delivers vitamins A, D, E, and K through lipid-transport pathways. Which option best matches both clues? Option A, respiratory acidosis. Option B, transfer RNA. Option C, pinocytosis. Option D, fat-soluble vitamin absorption. The correct answer is option D, fat-soluble vitamin absorption. The function described is that this process occurs with dietary lipids and bile salts. A second identifying feature is that it delivers vitamins A, D, E, and K through lipid-transport pathways. Together, the two clues explain the role in absorbing micronutrients. Question 16. A physiology item gives two clues. It filters blood and regulates fluid, electrolytes, pH, and blood pressure, and it also releases hormones involved in red cell production and mineral balance. Which option identifies the urinary structure? Option A, nephron. Option B, kidney. Option C, proximal convoluted tubule. Option D, renal pelvis. The correct answer is option B, kidney. The role tested here involves maintaining internal stability. This urinary structure filters blood and regulates fluid, electrolytes, pH, and blood pressure. It can also be identified because it also releases hormones involved in red cell production and mineral balance. Question 17. Which option identifies the muscle with this feature? It forms a circular muscle around the eye. Option A, gluteus maximus. Option B, tibialis anterior. Option C, orbicularis oculi. Option D, biceps brachii. The correct answer is option C, orbicularis oculi. This muscle participates in blinking. It closes the eyelids, and it forms a circular muscle around the eye. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 18. A review item describes a muscle structure or process that contains many myofibrils and nuclei. Which option identifies it? Option A, smooth muscle tissue. Option B, cardiac muscle tissue. Option C, acetylcholine. Option D, muscle fiber. The correct answer is option D, muscle fiber. For producing contractile force, this muscle structure or process forms a single elongated skeletal muscle cell. It can also be recognized because it contains many myofibrils and nuclei. The remaining choices have different primary functions or locations.
Stressed about your NA-CCMA? We can take NA-CCMA for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. Which option identifies the muscle structure or process with this feature? It contains branched striated cells joined by intercalated discs. Option A, myosin. Option B, sarcoplasmic reticulum. Option C, cardiac muscle tissue. Option D, motor unit. The correct answer is option C, cardiac muscle tissue. This muscle structure or process participates in driving circulation. It contracts rhythmically to pump blood, and it contains branched striated cells joined by intercalated discs. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 20. A review item describes a sphincter that is a functional muscular zone at the gastroesophageal junction. Which option identifies it? Option A, external anal sphincter. Option B, internal urethral sphincter. Option C, internal anal sphincter. Option D, lower esophageal sphincter. The correct answer is option D, lower esophageal sphincter. For maintaining 1-way movement, this sphincter limits reflux of stomach contents into the esophagus. It can also be recognized because it is a functional muscular zone at the gastroesophageal junction. The remaining choices have different primary functions or locations. Question 21. A student is reviewing a concept involved in supporting sperm motility. Which option identifies the reproductive structure with this function, provides ADP for flagella movement? Option A, mammary gland. Option B, sperm midpiece. Option C, testis. Option D, uterine tube. The correct answer is option B, sperm midpiece. The role tested here involves supporting sperm motility. This reproductive structure provides ADP for flagella movement. It can also be identified because it contains many mitochondria. Question 22. Which option identifies the blood component most directly associated with coordinating targeted defense and this function, supports adaptive immune responses or natural killer activity? Option A, lymphocyte. Option B, monocyte. Option C, neutrophil. Option D, eosinophil. The correct answer is option A, lymphocyte. This blood component participates in coordinating targeted defense. It supports adaptive immune responses or natural killer activity, and it includes B cells, T cells, and related populations. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices. Question 23. Which option identifies the blood type whose key function is, has A, B, and D antigens and lacks anti-A and anti-B plasma antibodies? Option A, sodium. Option B, the esophagus. Option C, contralateral. Option D, type AB positive. The correct answer is option D, type AB positive. This blood type has A, B, and D antigens and lacks anti-A and anti-B plasma antibodies. It can receive red cells from all ABO and Rh groups when otherwise compatible. These linked features explain the role in understanding red cell transfusion compatibility. Question 24. Impairment of which hormone would most directly prevent the following function? Maintains the ovarian hormone secreting structure early in pregnancy? Option A, human chorionic gonadotropin. Option B, thyroxine. Option C, triiodothyronine. Option D, progesterone. The correct answer is option A, human chorionic gonadotropin. A key clue is that this hormone is produced by trophoblast-derived tissue. It also maintains the ovarian hormone secreting structure early in pregnancy. That combination is central to preserving the uterine lining. Question 25. Which option identifies the bones with this feature? They consist of 8 small bones arranged in 2 rows. Option A, carpals. Option B, phalanges of the hand. Option C, talus. Option D, zygomatic bone. The correct answer is option A, carpals. These bones participate in allowing complex hand positioning. They form the wrist, and they consist of 8 small bones arranged in 2 rows. Those details distinguish the tested concept from related choices.